Kenya is currently ranked 112 in the 2023 competitive index, performance index, compared to South Africa and Egypt. South Africa is at 53 and Egypt at 68 in terms of the competitive index. Energy remains the central industry competitive. Depends on the final tariff per kilowatt hour. The sector also anchors revenue growth, yet delayed VAT refunds, constrained working capital towards investments and expansion. So for us, global competitiveness is a key concern that we need to address, because it also affects and impacts assessments and the growth of many industries because of what we call levies and charges in different countries. The second pillar, we'll just break them all down later, just highlighting. In terms of export, Kenya's share of export, or total value of export in terms of percentage for the manufacturing sector, is less than 30%. Compared to the key countries that we want to match with, which is the Singapores of this world, Malaysia of this world, the share of export is over 90%. It's our responsibility as a country and as a manufacturing association to work towards increasing our export. And the MPA identifies what we need to do to increase our share of export. The third pillar, and PS, this is your baby, is about SME development. Micro, small, and medium enterprises account for about 90% of business and roughly 81% of the employment. Yet, they still face financial constraints, short tenors, governance gaps, and limit their ability to scale. And so it's a conversation that we need to have on how to scale and support the SME. The final pillar under our MPA is the agriculture for industries. Agriculture contributes about 24% of our country GDP, yet we continue to import agro-based raw materials. In fact, if you look at it in wholesomely, there's a statement the president made the other day that today, if we produce all medicine locally, the medicine that we import will save the country a lot of money. Will not only save the country a lot of money, we will also do what? Will create a lot of jobs and across the value chain. Same applies to the agriculture for industries. How many food items do we import that we can grow and process locally? It's a deeper conversation that we need to have as a country, because without doing that, then we will not be the future Singapore. We'll remain Kenya as it has been. As I come to close, Singapore is now increasingly referenced in our conversation, but because it demonstrates what disciplined coordination can achieve. It was built on policy clarity, consistency, infrastructure investment, and close partnership between government and industry or the private sector. But Singapore cannot remain a conversation benchmark. This MPA 2026 is a working guide, a roadmap for aligning policy, removing bottlenecks, and unlocking the manufacturing sector full potential. If we treat it this way, ambitions become execution.